Hello, and welcome to this bonus episode of Dice and Desire. My name is Nate. I am your dungeon master for this lovely little podcast, and tonight I've got the rest of my crew to give us a little bit of an update on where they are with their characters. At the end of the last session, the guys all leveled up, and they are all now level 4, and that basically brings with them some new things. I'll let them talk about it and let you know what it is. But let's just pick a random person. Mike.
Good evening.
Hi,
How
Mike.
Are we all?
I'm good. Are you good?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
May the dice ever roll in your favour. Level 4. What's happening with Greg at level 4? You've been thinking long and hard about this one, I know.
I have. It's been a long time coming. All of about 2 minutes. I've decided to go for a feat rather than boost up my stats. The feat I've gone for is Healer, just because we don't seem to have a lot of kind of medicine, health potions or anything going on. Which basically means when someone dies, rather than just stabilising them, I can restore them to have 1 HP. And I can also use Healer's Kits more effectively as well. And then on top of that, I also got 1 new cantrip and 1 new spell. The cantrip I have gone for is Shape Water, which basically means you can choose an area of water that I can see within range, and basically I can manipulate it, so I can make it part, I can freeze it, I can make it change colour or opacity. I can do lots of cool stuff with water, basically. It can't damage anyone, it doesn't have any force behind it, it's literally just manipulating it. And then sorry?
I was going to say, but who knows when that might come in handy? That might save your life one day.
It might do, or just hilarious pranks on people, which is probably the better way of going with it, to be honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then the first level spell that I've gone for is Shield, which basically just makes me a little less squishy. It makes an invisible barrier around me, and it basically gives me a +5 to my AC.
That's a reaction spell, if I remember. Is it? I think if someone attacks you, you can use it as a reaction to increase your AC. I might be wrong.
It says area itself, duration 1 round, 1 reaction. You are right. Yes.
Boom, learning my stuff. It's been 9 months and I'm learning my stuff. I used to watch like DMs on other things or listen to them, and they like know shit about spells that they don't even necessarily play themselves. It's nice that I'm picking up that. It's all about me, to be fair.
I mean, fair enough. I'm playing the character and I had no idea, so
it's alright. Don't worry. Anything else? That's
basically it for level 4. Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm gonna go to the other mic. I'm gonna double up on my mics. Mike talked into his mic. Now it's this mic's turn to talk into his mic. Mike.
Thank you for handing me the mic. I'm Mike, and I'm going to confirm that Quench has taken the automatic or average health increase. Listeners may recall that the last several times that my health has increased, I've rolled and have received below average rolls or well below average rolls every single time, which has left Quench quite light for a barbarian. So I thought I'd better just stop the gambling for 1 round and level that up. So I've now got 33 hit points, which is not only my age but also my lucky number as well. So this should be a very strong level for Quench.
It's worth noting as well, you are I think you're the only player that hasn't yet gone unconscious. So you may be arguably the squishiest on HP, but equally you're the most alive.
Yeah, there's an implication there from that I took from your voice and the way that you sort of pitched it, in that you're saying that my skill level is higher than all the other players, and that's how I've stayed alive. I'm not sure if I'd agree with that, but you know,
some might say cowardice, but you know.
No, I don't think anyone would say that. The other thing I took was a feat. Dragonborn have got the option of sprouting wings, so you'll learn in the story shortly that Quench will have wings, and that grants flight of 20 feet in any direction.
what I like is that you chose a character, a half dragonborn, half human. Like most people don't include the human part into their character. And with your feat, the first opportunity, you made him more dragony.
So yeah, the the primary reason for choosing half human was because I wanted a less dragon-like appearance. And yeah, wings, sign me the fuck up, bitch.
Fair play. Can't wait for level 8 where you get a tail or something. That's a good point. Does Quinch have a tail? Or is he tailless? No.
Tailless, yeah.
That's gonna not help him with flight, is it?
No.
The only tail that Quinch has is a plethora of to tell. Nah.
Brilliant. Which Quint Dweezil does for you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to the right side of my screen. Samuel P.
Hello.
Tell me about Krill the Killer.
Rude. Krill's lovely. No, Krill is level 4 now. He's a big old tanky boy. And he's gone... I mean, I'm playing a very expected character. I've gone for Primal Path, Totem, Bear, and I'm sure anyone listening probably knows that I've probably gone for Great Weapon Master. It's like a very classic combination. And Great Weapon Master is great. I mean, I didn't think about the fact that I can stack it with my reckless attack. So essentially, first attack every turn, I can attack recklessly, which gives me advantage. And then I can deduct 5 from both of those rolls. And if it still hits, I do plus 10 damage to whatever my damage roll is, which is great. The other part of it is that if I hit a critical...
So can you choose to do that after you've rolled?
What, the deduction? No, you did a deduction beforehand.
But he can only do that without knowing the result.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to elect to use it before you roll, is that?
But obviously with my first attack, I get advantage, so I can... and you'll have that as well, with reckless attack, but I'll be able to basically roll twice and just hope that one of them ends up high enough to hit.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you roll a 9 for brilliant. If you roll a 19 for argument's sake, plus whatever your modifiers are anyway, and you're up against something fairly like a goblin for argument's sake,
it's worth it to take the risk.
Although they've got obviously not got much on the HP side, but if it was something equally with a relatively easy AC to hit, then yeah.
And the other thing that Great Weapon Master gives me is that if I score a critical hit or reduce a creature to 0 hit points, so if I kill a creature, I can then make an additional melee weapon attack as a bonus action, which I can also apply the -5 bonus to.
Nice.
And I've realised that it applies to any attack. So basically, so I can use it on a reaction, a bonus action, or a primary attack, and then at level 5, I get 2 attacks, and I'm sure I can apply it to both of those as well.
Well, beastie.
Yeah,
but at least you can fly, MJ.
Well, I can fly, yeah. So
yeah,
I'll be able to watch all of this happening.
Just flying 20 feet up in the air every round. Let's keep this going with Stuart the Bullock.
Said my name in a very strange way then. It's half.
I didn't say bollock. So
no, it was kind of half bollock and half balak. Like,
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
Dweeze me up.
Level 4, isn't it? Much like Michael, I've gone for an average on the old hit points this time. I haven't rolled particularly bad on my hit points. I don't think I'm at 30 hit points now, which I think is pretty decent for a bard. I get the opportunity, like everyone does at level 4, to either take a feat or up my skill scores. I've gone for a feat, and the feat that Dweezil has gone for is the Inspiring Leader feat. So I'm able to give everybody else 8 temporary hit points once per short rest, which I think combined with Mike's new healing skills makes us all a little bit more formidable. We've all got 8. We're all a bit beefier anyway, with 8 temporary hit points per short rest. And I have got myself a couple of extra spells at level 4. I get a cantrip and a couple of spells. So I've gone for the light cantrip. I thought that might be useful with Quinch and Gregamel not having dark vision, I can imbue, for example, Smaug with the spell, and Smaug will then emit light. It gives a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet from that object, and it's until it lasts for an hour. So if we in a situation, I can do that. I can either imbue Hayshit or Smaug or whatever with light. Thought that might be handy. And then I took Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which is a bit of a classic kind of bard spell. Forces people prone on a failed wisdom saving throw, which again can be useful in a bit of a support role. But then I found that there was a spell available to me which actually gave me a bit more of a ranged attack. So I've taken the Dissonant Whispers, which is really pretty cool. I whisper unpleasant things at a creature within 60 feet, and on a failed wisdom saving throw, they take 3d6 psychic damage and must run away from me.
Yeah.
So it just the opportunity to do up to 18 damage and cause someone to have to leg it is pretty decent. And if I cast that at second level, that does 4d6.
Nice.
And I also get an extra spell slot, which is nice.
What is that all first level stuff, or is that second level?
So they are all castable at first or second level.
But at the moment, are you still just? Can you?
No,
cast
I can.
level?
Yeah, I've got 3 second level spell slots. I have 4 first level and 3 second level spell slots.
Fine, Luke.
Hello.
Oh, I love. Do you know what? I love when I come to Luke on shows like this. Like he's got a very consistent hello. And I love it. It's very cheerful. It's
Some would say lack of variety, but
no. Consistency is the spice of life.
That is what
it's
they
like
say.
whenever you go to a restaurant, they got that waiter voice on. Hello, I'll be your waiter this evening.
There you go. Dab off me. Dab off.
It's quite.
Dab off. I mean that reference will mean very little to listeners. Bearing in mind that's weeks and weeks ago at this point for them.
Yeah, quite a boring level for me, really. I don't really get an awful lot, but I've taken a feat, and I have taken wherever it's gone. I've taken Mobile because one thing that's bothered me about Dabov is his movement speed of 25, which is pathetic for a rogue, really, trying to get around the battlefield and not get stabbed in the face. So I've gone with Mobile, which increases my speed by 10 feet, which will hopefully get me around a bit more. So it's 35 now. And also, when I use the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn, so that might be useful. It's probably the least useful of that feat. But what I'm looking forward to is when I make a melee attack against a creature, I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn. So that, in theory, frees up my bonus action. So I don't have to disengage now to just hit and run, essentially.
So if you hit someone, you can basically go in, hit them, and walk off without using a bonus action and not be afraid of getting a hit.
Yeah,
nice. Obviously, if there's others,
now.
Yeah, obviously if there's other creatures around, then you obviously have to be wary of them. But if it's just a one-on-one, a mono.
Yeah, so I can basically just sneak attack, run away, and then use my bonus action to hide or dash if need be, or. Can I use bonus action for dash? I can't remember now.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Can you?
I think rogues can.
Your sneaky
cunning
bonus
action.
or whatever it's called. Cunning action.
Cunning action, yeah. I can use bonus action on each of my turns to take the dash, disengage, or hide. But disengage is not needed now, so dash or hide. So hopefully that'll make me a bit more mobile and less likely to die.
Do you have the quickest speed amongst the group now, or is there someone else with 35?
I'm sure I've seen someone else with 35, but I
might be Greg on his broom. I know the broomstick's got like 60, but yeah, fair enough. Cool, lovely stuff, excellent stuff, brilliant. You all went for feats. I think we sort of semi-agreed that would add the most flavour to your characters. Ability modifiers are great and all that sort of stuff, and definitely helpful, but it's just. At this level where you get pretty much nothing else for most of you, it's nice to have something that actually feels like your character's evolved and developed in some in some fashion. So cool. Lovely stuff. Anything anyone else wants to say before we crack on with our upcoming session?
Yeah,
Good luck.
Good luck and Godspeed. Right, lovely. Thank you very much for listening. And this is dropping on the same day that episode is also being released, whatever number that may be at this point in time. Thank you all for listening, and catch you on the other side. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button on your favourite podcast app to ensure you don't miss any future instalments of Dice and Desire. And in the meantime, if you want to interact with us, come and find us on Twitter and Instagram @Dice and Desire.